Good morning. Lovely to see you this morning. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live. So if you work out with me during the week, you'll know that I usually do my lives quite early at 6:30 a.m. But I decided to start my live a little bit later this morning because I have the day off. So why not sleep in? So I hope this is a good time for you. It's a beautiful sunny day where I am. I hope that the start of your day is going well. This is going to make it even better because we are going to work our entire bodies this morning without any equipment. So we're going to be sculpting our arms, our abs, our glutes, and our thighs. We're going to stretch, we're going to strengthen. It's going to be good. Okay, so today we're going to start off with a warm up and then we're going to move into some of our upper body work. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start off just by mobilizing the spine, preparing the body for exercise. So I'd like you to come into an all fours position on your mat. We're just going to drop our bellies and arch the spine. Enjoying that stretch, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears, gaze comes up. And then we're going to scoop the belly in and round to the spine, dropping the crown of the head. Now we're going to arch and then we're going to round. Now we're going to come back into neutral for a moment. We're going to add a child's pose to this. So we're going to take the knees nice and wide. I'm going to walk my hands slightly further out in front of the shoulders, big toes come together. Now I'm going to round through the spine and sit back onto those heels, and then I'm going to arch the spine as I come along the mat and lift. So round, sinking your tailbone back towards your heels, and arch, lifting the head, rolling the shoulders down and back. Good. So moving between the two positions, it feels really good. So I'd like you to inhale to arch and exhale to round. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round down towards your heels. Good. Let's take two more. Really exaggerate the movement. Flow through it with the breath and sink it back. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to come into an all fours position. Bring your knees and legs back to parallel. Take your hands nice and wide and step your right foot between your hands. I'd like you to stretch your back leg out behind you so it's nice and straight. And from here, we're going to take the arms nice and wide at shoulder height, then bring them up and then rotate them as we twist to the opposite side. So lift, open arm twist, lift the arms and open arm twist. Good, mobilizing the shoulders as you move between the two positions, inhaling and exhaling. Lift and twist, nicely done. Let's do one more and back to center. Lower hands down to the floor, bring your right knee down, bring your left foot forward between your hands. Make sure that right leg is nice and elongated behind you. Let's bring the arms up and twist and open to one side. Lift and twist and open to the opposite side. Now as you do this, you're also stretching your hip flexors. Good. Let's go 3. Lengthen to opposite ends of the room with those fingertips. Nicely done. And last one, back to center and lower down. Amazing. Now I'd like you to bring your feet forward on the mat. And we're going to get into some C-curve work to continue to mobilize the spine as well as warm up the abdominal wall. So I'm going to take grip behind my thighs, sitting up nice and tall, stacking the vertebra one on top of the other. Now when you're nice and tall, you can float your arms out in front, palms facing together. Inhale, curve the spine into the shape of a C, switching on the abdominal wall. And exhale, pull belly to spine to lift and lengthen. Inhale, curve it back, keep your heels on the mat, and exhale to lift. Inhale, curve back, engage the core, pull belly to spine as you lift. Inhale back, Exhale, come forward, working through the abdominals, warming up those abs as we connect with that Pilates breath in through the nose. And as we exhale through the mouth, we engage the abdominals. For 3, 2, come back a little bit further if you can. And last 1, curve it back and come forward. Amazing. Now let's take our hands behind our backs, fingers pointing toward the toes. I want you to take a moment here to really pull the elbows back behind you so the arms are parallel. We're going to come up into a reverse tabletop. So we're going to position the heels below the knees and lift the bum up off the mat. Now from here, we're going to lower the hips and lift the hips to the ceiling. Lower, keeping the arms straight, and lift. Well, not totally straight. You've got a bit of a micro bend in the elbows so they're not locked out. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift as you open through the chest. Switch on the back body by gently squeezing your glutes and your thighs. Engage the core as you lift up and starting to switch on those arms here as well. Good. For 2, lower and lift on the exhale. Last one, we're going to come up and hold, and we're going to go into some slow tricep dips here. So we're moving into our workout here. Warm up is done. I really want you to focus on the backs of the arms doing the work as you lower and lift your body into tabletop. Keep those elbows pulled back behind you. Gaze is just up and ahead. Nice work, plugging belly in with every lift. For 4, 3, push up through the heels of the hands. 2, and 1. Nice work, lower the bum for a moment. Bring the arms up, roll the shoulders for 2, and 1. Bring the hands back down onto the mat, pulling those elbows out behind. Now from here, you've got 2 options. You can either do this in reverse tabletop as we march the legs up and down, or join me now for a full plank, reverse plank. So from here, either knees bent or straight, we're going to bring the right knee up and then the left knee up. Keeping those hips elevated, keeping the chest nice and open. Woo! Feeling the work in those arms. Lift as you breathe out. Bring the knee in toward the chest, contracting those abdominals. For 4, 3, don't let those hips drop. 2, and 1. Amazing work. Let the upper body fold over the lower body, coming into a back body stretch. Grabbing a hold of your calves or your ankles or your feet, whatever you can reach. And regulating the breath, breathing deeply in through the nose, drop the crown of the head, and slowly out through pursed lips. Nicely done. Okay, now we're going to lower down onto the side. So I'd like you to take your lower arm and wrap it around your torso. I've got my right hand here on the mat, and I'm lining up my right wrist with my left shoulder. Now from here, we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to push the upper body up off the mat using the back of the arm, and then slowly lower with control. Lift, single arm tricep push-up, and lower. Lift, keep the neck nice and long here, and lower. Push up and lower down. Good. Breathe out to push up. Push up through the heel of the hand and then lower with control. Spine stays nice and long here. Good. We've got 4, 3, give it a lot of energy. 2, push up, you can do it. Last one, push up. And then lower your left forearm down to the floor. Amazing work. We're now going to keep ourselves propped up on this forearm so the elbow is below the shoulder. From here, I'd like you to pick your legs up and just hinge them slightly forward so that your lower body is in a pike. From here, we're going to take the arm overhead, reaching and stretching, really pushing up through that elbow so we're broad across the shoulders and open through the chest. We're gonna bring elbow and knee together, extend the top leg, lift and lower to hip height. Bring it in, cinching in the waistline, extend, lift the leg and lower to hip height. Good. So you're moving between the two positions. And lift and lower. Now, as you bring that elbow and knee together, I really want you to draw your belly tightly in toward your spine, cinching your waistline in. Good. Keep pushing up through that supporting elbow so you're not sort of collapsing on the side. Good. Nice work, lifting and lowering and crunching it in. Good. For 3, 2, last 1. Amazing work. I'd like you to bring your hand down to the mat. You can either stay propped up like this for our side lying leg work, or you can come all the way down onto your hand or your outstretched arm, whatever is more comfortable for your neck. I prefer this position. So from here, hand is down on the mat. We're gonna take the top leg forward on a diagonal, tap it to the toe that's on the ground, and then take it backward on a diagonal. Come to center, lift, and flex to lower. So we're coming forward, backward, lift to center, flex to lower. Got it? Come forward, diagonal backward, lift to center, and flex. Good. Forward, backward, up, and flex to lower. So you might have to concentrate a little bit on this one. There's a few different aspects to it. The main thing is that we're really lengthening out through that big toe, keeping the torso still and stable, then shoulders down away from the ears. Nice work. Isolating this work in the lower body, working into those glutes, hips, and thighs. Good work. Come forward and backward. You've got it. Up and flex to lower. Last set. Lift and lower down. Amazing work. Now, from here, we're going to bring the leg up, tap the knee to the floor, and then extend. So we're lowering, lifting, tapping, extending. Lower, lift, tap, extend. Nice work. Lower, lift, tap, and then I really want you to extend long through that big toe. Push out as you point and lengthen. Push out like you are kicking away from yourself. Good. Working, I can feel the work building in the glutes as well as in those thighs. Hips are also working hard here. Good work. Keep it up. Nicely done. We've got 3. Abs in. 2. And 1. Hold on that extension and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. And lower down. Nice work on that side. Okay, now we're going to come up into a side plank variation. So I'm going to make my body nice and long. I'm going to lift the lower hip and again supporting the upper body on that elbow. So you're pushing up through that elbow is below the shoulder. From here we're going to extend the top leg out long, and I'm going to take my hand either behind my head or up, it's up to you. And we're gonna lower the hip and lift. Lower and lift, getting deep into those obliques here. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hip and lift. For 6, 5, 4, keep that top leg elevated. 2 and 1, hold it here, bring the legs together, and we're gonna pulse the hips up. pulsing. Good work. We're gonna pulse for 20. Really cinching in that waistline. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Amazing work. Bring yourself to a seated position. Sit up and bring that left foot in toward your right inner thigh. And we're just gonna fold over to the right side, stretching out the left side body. Breathing deeply here, in through the nose. Reach a little further, keep that left bum cheek down on the mat. And out through the mouth. For 3, and 2, and 1. Amazing work on that side. Now we're gonna do the other side. So I would like you to lower down, wrap that arm under and around your body, lining up that left wrist with the left shoulder, with the right shoulder. We're gonna inhale here and exhale to lift. Ooh, elbow crack. Lower and push mat away. Lower and lift. Good work. 7 more. Nicely done. Last 5, 4, working the back of the arm. And last 1, and lower down. Amazing work. Now we're going to come up onto the forearm so that the elbow is below the shoulder. Lengthen through those legs. We're going to take the arm overhead. Chest is nice and open here. Lift the top leg to hip height. Bring it in. Extend. Lift the leg and lower. Bring it in. Extend. Lift and lower. Amazing work. So as you bring that elbow and knee together, remember we're really pulling in the waistline. Keeping that chest nice and open. Supporting yourself with that elbow down on the mat. So really pushing up through that elbow so that your upper body stays elevated. Nice work. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now you can stay propped up on that elbow or you can lower down onto the floor like me. I've got my supporting hand down on the mat. I'm picking up the feet and hinging forward from the hip. From this position, we're going to go forward on a diagonal and backward to center and flex to lower. Forward diagonal, backward diagonal with a pointed toe. Lift and flex, driving down through the heel. Forward, backward, drawing lines in the air with the big toe and then driving down through the heel. Forward, backward, lift and flex. So really make sure you're getting into that Pilates breath if you're not already there. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really ensuring that you're contracting that belly button to the spine. That'll help with your stability here. Good work. Last 3 sets. Nicely done. Last 2 sets, you've got this. Together and lower. Nice. Now from here, we're tapping the knee down and extending. Tapping and extending. So really kick out. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Plug navel in. Extend out long through the big toe as you kick that leg and fully straighten it before bending and extending again. Good. I know these are tough. Stick with it. Super effective move here. We're working deep into those glutes and thighs for 3 and 2 and final 1. Hold it here. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Nicely done. Getting into position for the side plank. So the Modified side plank, we've got our elbow below our shoulder, chest is nice and open. We're lifting the hips, extending the top leg, lifting the arm, or taking it behind the head, wherever is more comfortable. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Keep the chest nice and open here, creating a nice straight line with the body, cinching in that waistline as you lift that lower hip up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring legs together and pulse. Little controlled pulses up, tightening the waist, working those obliques. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hip down. Bring yourself into a seated position, bringing that right foot in toward the left thigh. Taking a nice deep breath and then folding over to that left side, keeping the right bum cheek down on the mat. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really enjoying this stretch through the side body. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. So we're gonna really make sure that we've just targeted our side booty area, the gluteus medius. I really wanna make sure that we target our gluteus maximus muscles too before we move into our ab work. So options for this series, you're either up on all fours like so, or if your wrists need a rest, come down onto those forearms. Spine is long, tailbone is gently tucked, so we're elongating the spine. From here, we're going to lift to torso height with a pointed toe, then lower, and flex to lift. Lower, point to lift, lower, flex to lift. So we're pointing and flexing. Shoulders are nice and broad. Belly is pulled in. As we move between these two positions, waking up the glutes on the right side. Good, driving up through the toe and then up through the heel, being really careful to protect the lower back by keeping the core engaged and the trunk really stable. For 2, and 1. Hold it there with a flexed foot and pulse that heel up toward the ceiling. So lowering and lifting, slow pulses. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, point the toe, and extend with a pointed toe. Tap, bend, extend. Tap, bend, extend. Good. 7, 6, nice broad shoulders, keep pushing the mat away. 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift. Plug belly in, lengthen through the spine and pulse. Little control pulses. Lift, lift, lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Take the knees nice and wide. And breathe it out, stretching through the tailbone for 3, and 2, and 1. Nice work. Okay, come on back up, either onto those forearms or onto the wrists, and we're going to focus on the other side. So make sure the knees are below the hips. We're pointing and flexing. On the left side, pointing and flexing. Point to lift, flex to lift. Point and flex, keeping those hips square with the mat. Not lifting your leg to the point of arching your low back. We're keeping that core nice and tight and that low back in neutral. Good. If this is too quick for you, you can slow it down and really focus on your form. Good work. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold with a flexed foot, and those slow pulses, driving up toward the ceiling with that heel. Plug belly in, really pull the belly button to the navel. We want to protect the back here and work the core for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, and 1. Amazing. Wow, felt even more challenging on that side. Okay, so now we're pointing the toe, bending and extending. I might need to come forward a little bit here. Tap, bend, extend. Tap, bend, extend. You've got this. Keeping those toes pointed now. Keeping those hips level and square with the mat. And if you're collapsing in those shoulders, make sure you're pushing the mat away up through those hands so that you're nice and broad across the shoulders. You want your neck long, gaze down on the floor so your neck is in line with your spine. Try not to lift your head or drop your head. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift. Coming into those pulses. Really extend long through the spine. Squeeze the booty for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now I'd like you to take your knees nice and wide and keep your hips elevated this time as we lower down onto the mat, stretching the spine. Nicely done. Okay, from here, we're gonna get into some more ab work. So we've targeted our obliques with that side lying work and that side plank work. We're gonna really make sure that we target our upper and lower abs too. So I'd like you to take your hands behind your head, and from here, we're going to lift and lower, coming into some simple crunches to start off, keeping the elbows nice and wide. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press your low back into the mat and peel those shoulder blades up off the floor. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'd like you to hold at the top of the lift and we're gonna pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, working deep into those upper abs. 2, 1, hold for 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Nice work. Now we're gonna take the knees nice and wide, the soles of the feet come together. We're gonna go into a double crunch here, so we're inhaling and exhaling, tapping knees and elbows, and then lowering feet to the floor, lowering head, neck, and shoulders. Lift. Really scoop the belly in as you breathe out and lift to tap. Breathe out, drawing your navel down towards your spine with every crunch. Good. Really challenge yourself by picking your tailbone up off the floor. So you're really getting deep into those lower abs as well as your upper abs with that crunch. Good. We've got 4, 3, abs in, 4, 2, and final 1. Now for this next sequence, you have the option of carrying on with those crunches as we just did them, or picking up the level of challenge like so. So we're crunching in, we're extending the legs, bringing them back, elbow to knee and lower. Lift, tap, extend, squeeze legs together, tap, and lower the feet, head, neck, and shoulders. Tap, extend, tap, and lower. Good work. I know these are tough. Tap, extend, squeeze legs together, tap, and lower. 4 more. Tap, extend, tap, and lower. Last 2. And lower. Last 1. Tap, extend, tap, and lower. Amazing work. Now from here, let me just do a time check. Perfect. We're going to Just really focus on finishing off strong with those lower abs. So you can take your hands on either side of your tailbone. We're lifting the knees in toward the chest and extending the legs out long. Now, if you'd like to, you can have a gentle bend here. We're going into 10 double leg lifts. So we're lowering, hinging from the hips and lifting. Lowering and lifting for 3. Abs into lift. Final exercise here. You can do it. 5. Abs into lift. 6. You've got this. 5. Pull up through those abs. And last one, lower and lift. Bring knees in towards your chest and just rock from side to side, massaging your low back on the mat. Nicely done, everyone. Really good work. Stretch your legs out long. Roll over onto your stomach. Take your hands on either side of your shoulders and peel up into a cobra stretch, either on your forearms or all the way up onto your hands, stretching out the abs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. From here, we're going to bring the hands forward. We're going to flex the feet and push up into your downward dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to here to get that lift in the hips and flatten out the upper back. We're going to pedal out the feet here, bringing alternating heel down to the mat to really lengthen through the backs of the legs. For 3, 2, and 1. Come forward into a plank. Fold your right leg under your body, coming into pigeon pose. Make sure that back leg is nice and long out behind you. Twist your head, turn your neck to the side, back to center, and then to the opposite side, back to center. Come back to plank. Fold your left leg under your body. Turn your head to the right, stretching through the side of the neck. Back to center, turn your head to the left. Back to center. Deep breath here. And then bring yourself into a kneeling position. We're gonna lift our arms up, inhale, and exhale, roll them down and back. Lift and lengthen, and roll those shoulders and arms back. Nice deep inhales and slow controlled exhales. In through the nose and out through the mouth for 2. And last 1. Nicely done. You can turn and face me, either sitting with your legs crossed or up on your knees. I'm going to lift my shoulders and roll them back for 3 and 2 and 1. Amazing work. Oh, I'm so sweaty. I hope you enjoyed that routine, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you're feeling strong and stretched, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if you are somewhere where Labor Day is a day off, I hope you enjoy an extra long weekend with lots of fun and relaxation. I look forward to moving again with you next week. See you soon. Bye.